Well, first of all, I want to emphasize that coming to America was no risk at all for a young man from India in 1971. The country was essentially being run on socialist lines. It's a very different country today. And even though I had a good education and a college degree and an engineering degree from one of the IITs in India, I really felt the opportunities were way, way more in America for someone like me. So I come to America, I could speak English, but I didn't necessarily know the culture. And so participating in the culture, learning how to deal with Americans in America, and frankly, just absorbing what it means to be American. Over the next 7 years or so in America, 6 or 7 years while I was here, I fell in love. I fell in love with my wife, at that time, my girlfriend. We really decided that to build a life together, it would have to be America. She was English, I'm from India. And so to build a life in America required both of us to essentially decide that this was going to be our home. And so really that was the big decision I had to make. Not the first one to come to America, but the one to stay in America. In the early days, it was software. I was luckily one of the very early people of Oracle, employee number 17. I wrote Larry Ellison's first business plan at that time. But then I got antsy. I wanted to go off and do my own thing. And I'd fallen in love with the IBM PC. And so I ended up starting a company called Gupta Technologies, which built the world's first PC client-server software. As the market heated up and we were beset with competition, I found that I really needed to go do something else because that company started to run into issues and troubles. And it was a hard time for me because really moving from one company to another or starting something new, I'd never thought of myself as a born entrepreneur. It was one of those things that I learned how to do. So I left Gupta Technologies and then got involved with the internet in a very, very deep way. So at that point, I got involved with this little company called Keynote Systems, became an investor, then the largest shareholder of the company and its CEO. And then I took it public and then ran it for about 13 or 14 years until just about 18 months ago when I sold it. And now I'm involved with technology again, but this time I'm involved with education technology. I think the opportunities to do good things, not just in terms of building a great business, but one that has an impact on kids is one that I'm just totally fascinated by and passionate about. So I'm now singularly focused on the education technology space. But ultimately, I think to be a successful entrepreneur, you don't just have to crave novelty, which is an important element of being an entrepreneur, but you have to crave the success that comes with beating odds. I mean, that's a really important thing. There are a lot of people who crave novelty, but ultimately it's your ability to kind of pick one area, get good at it, drive your success, and then perhaps move on to doing something else for a different success. It's, I suppose it's like mountain climbing. You just can't climb one mountain and not want to climb another one.